Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on JFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program, we're able to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, we'll start with today's news. Our Pep Guardiola called for press conference where they ask whether he regrets sending people like Zinchenko and Ghebreyesus to Arsenal because of the fact that they don't strengthen Arsenal immensely. And they somehow responsible for the winning mentality where Arsenal don't get the doggedness, the resilience. We don't do for the Arsenal team now. So Babaka talk say, share now because they win now. Say him no regret sending people like Zinchenko and Ghebreyesus to Arsenal. Say no regret. I'm saying they do a good deal. They agree on the fee. Arsenal pay the fee, and they go saying wish them all the best of luck. So they be boys now. They be boys say they do well under them and they perform well. So we go wish them normal, wish them luck for wherever they go. Even though Arsenal can transform into their own direct rivals for the EPL title. Say they happy with them, say no regret. This one they come from the backdrop of the fact say many media personalities they talk say Pep Guardiola no go dey happy, but the fact say this guy Ghebreyesus and Zinchenko they win for Arsenal, they take Arsenal to the promised land, they help Arsenal they run things as it be now. Arsenal they on their way entering the top 4 and finishing the Champions League slot. So because then they win, man they say it's not even the touch am. On my way from that, so Mikel Antonio, where they play for West Ham, will be Arsenal fan. Because they talk about Eddie Nketiah quality. So what can they talk say? If you check the time where West Ham play Arsenal, the way Nketiah, they turn their own defender, they score goal like Nketiah is playing like a different player this season. So the guy is very good, and the good as people can give Arteta give the guy a vote of confidence. For let them play after Ghebreyesus don't get injury. You know, panic go buy striker like people they don't say making goals and to get so. But everything now because it turned out well. If to say Eddie Nketiah no got the fire on all cylinders, Arsenal can lose, then people can talk say as Arteta no sign a striker as Ghebreyesus get injury, they will all criticize him, you know all those kinds of so now it is just that the end justified the means. Get as in case I can score, nah, nobody will call talk anything bad, so it is what it is. I might even the part of don't come and say I call the talk say Declan Rice no go fit make Arsenal first 11 with the way the guy they play for West Ham. He's a fine player, no doubt. But for this Arsenal first 11 now, which person position you think say Declan Rice will bench? Can he bench Partey? That's the question. Even though for me, I go say Declan Rice is like 24 years, Partey is like 29, 30. So it will make sense to bring Rice as a deputy of Partey. So when Partey don't they decline, when they enter some kind of age, say no go fit to run up and down because that defensive midfield is the engine of the team. It's a protector of the back four. So we need somebody who will go enter there when they protect the back four. They give us that defensive surety of what we get. Don't forget we have the second best defense in the league. We've considered like 14 goals, and two of those goals came from Manchester United match, which means we don't consider like 12 goals. Newcastle have the best defense with like 11 goals. You get. So you see their defense they very stingy. After them now us before any other person. So this season defensively we are solid. You get midfield. Oh and Ben attack. Our first 11 on a good day, and we are one of the teams who use a consistent first 11. Like majority bulk of our first 11 don't be very consistent. Like Arteta at the top. We are like lucky with injuries this season. Unlike other seasons, that is why still they perform and they fire on all cylinders. Get, which is why we don't they add more squad depth. Our squad depth on the when you look at our bench, we will see Smith Rowe, we will see Trossard, we will see Kivio. You get, what did they find again? We will see Tierney, number senior man. It was at one point we talk to maybe our captain Tierney for the Benjamin. I will say now. So my dear football lovers, generator day on. I hope say the sound now they hear everything and you know the stuff and so let's proceed. Even Lawrence said, will be one of Arsenal legends. Welcome as I call the talk. Say Arsenal get the mentality, the mental strength to win games, to go fight. Get say for him, man. Say before he look Arsenal talk. Say if Arsenal can be first, can stay top till the end of January, and still stay top in the beginning of February, so they stand a very big chance. Get so you go they're very happy because it shows they are going very far. Don't forget, say they decide that the match will play against Man City for February. It will also be big in our title race. Imagine we play that match and it's going to be at the Emirates Stadium. Imagine we play that match, we'll knock Man City, or we can't draw. Either draw or a win, it's still something because you will still maintain the same points gap. We'll get to them. We can't afford to lose. So that match is going to be very crucial. Now the major question people they ask for today's match, don't forget that Arsenal is playing Man City in the cup, the FA Cup today, Nigerian time at like 9 p.m. So the question on many people's lips is the fact, say, what are the odds that Arsenal can cause an upset at the Etihad Stadium, that Arsenal can play to win? As I make I ask you now. So just objectively, forget say the Arsenal fan, objectively, do you think Arsenal can get a win here tonight at the Etihad Stadium. This is the first time we are playing against a Man City side. I'm not saying from what I hear, Pep Guardiola will deploy Julian Alvarez, deploy Eliala, like deploy everybody will be somebody against us, because this is going to be the battle of the wheels, the psychological battle, because whoever win this match, whenever we go meet again, that's it, will ring for their ears get. Arteta select a very strong lineup. I see the travelling contingent. Zinchenko did their party, did their Martinelli, like everybody who is somebody in Arsenal is on that trip. And the fact say our next match are like 1 week later, that means we will take this match very, very important, deploy a very, very strong lineup. Be sure this is going to be the Premier League encounter before the Premier League encounter. That's what we are going to be seeing tonight. So are they hyped up? As in, I want to see how this match will be today, because I don't talk. This is going to be a very, very big test, because we are playing against the best side in the world, in his opinion. So no doubt this is what will happen today. Our Pep Guardiola self can talk say if to say in leave Man City the time where Arteta did there, because two of them don't did there together for 3 years. So to say if to say in leave, so that because Arteta now could just deploy enter the place as the manager, because Arteta was his assistant, don't learn everything he's supposed to learn on how to manage a game. So now for just take charge, but unfortunately him no step down, so he can continue in career. So that is why Arteta can move to Arsenal, and he already knows that Arteta love Arsenal, because whenever they play Arsenal, if they beat Arsenal, if him they jump, they celebrate. Arteta know they stand up, they go sit down, you know they celebrate against Arsenal, they go sit down. So from there, don't say this guy gets soft spots for Arsenal, so he know the surprise that the guy ended up as an Arsenal manager, and see how everything is working out for him. Even though in the early part of his reign, say Arteta the fumble, get Arteta out, Kroenke out, all those things, but now everybody's on the same tune, and the Emirates is now a fortress. So away from that, so Arsenal fans don't begin social media campaign, social media petition to ban Gary Neville from commenting on any Arsenal matches, because this guy, the young us get, you know, they talk objectively get. It's very, very pessimistic. In short, if you see red, you will say na blue. Now what you make Arsenal fans the para for him, but the kind of things when they talk, how can you say a faltering Manchester United and you say a succeeding Arsenal and you say the Manchester United is going to end up ahead of the, if you are not being biased, forget that your Manchester United heritage, if you are not being biased, why would you come out in public domain and put such an opinion out there? And you can't talk say I know this will make Arsenal fans angry, like you purposely get, you did it intentionally. So that's why many fans, they don't sign up a petition, say like 16,000 people say from what they hear don't like the petition, say this guy, they don't want him to talk, as in enter Arsenal people, no talk about us, talk about Man U, talk about it. If you say Arsenal, no talk. If they ask you, say no comment. You know, Arsenal fans they talk. Well, even if though intake am on the lighter mood, say I beg Arsenal fans, say me say I go sign the petition, even we got never say go sign am, so they say everything go end sha. Our Bukayo Saka now they nominated for the Player of the Month of this January for the EPL. At the same time, in goal, 7 square against Manchester United, not nominated for Goal of the Month, because that goal outside, as in I never see Bukayo Saka score that kind of goal. Sure, I don't know saying they're capable of scoring something like that, a beauty of that nature. I'm not saying if you do, but it is what it is. So whether the guy will win the Player of the Month, at the same time, our manager has been nominated for the Manager of the Month of January. Now he win December or in with Odegaard. So I don't know whether he will Sakana will win January. Well, this season is becoming a spectacular, an incredible season. I never know how it will end. So this is the best time to be an Arsenal fan. Sure, I just stay happy with it since they go. Our Fabrizio Romano said, don't come outside, call it talk. So you can't rule out something surprising from Arteta towards the end of the season, because the way things they go from what he's saying, say Arteta will make another signing. Get even damage sets waiting for Sky Sports. The reporter call it talk say the way in they see Arteta is going to go for a midfielder. Even Charles Watt self talk say in they confident. So Arteta will go for a midfielder, but this is like all these different media personalities, everybody they come outside, they talk the same thing, say Arteta never sign finish. Like damage set talk, say they see they look for 1 or 2 additions where they will bring in. And we know say right back is not our problem, so I'm not really concerned about Ivan Fresneda. Where I'm looking at is the midfield, because when you check now, El Neni is injured, even though it's not going to be forever. El Neni is injured, then we can't be relying on Sambi Lokonga. That's why some people they clamor, say maybe go out on loan, they make Arteta buy somebody. So there are many, like with the year say Weston McKennie, he can play as a midfielder. With that guy saying at least one carry, but at the same time he has been offered to Arsenal. There are links linking him to Arsenal. I don't know whether Arsenal they go for the guy, so we'll just keep our fingers crossed. Many in a small time remain now, but we just hope say Arsenal will make a late swoop, because now we need somebody to come in. Because this is not time for trial and error again. We don't know say this league is there for our horizon, and we need to take every advantage and opportunity will come to us to win this league. So anybody will say we help you. If you see for the transfer window, once the person has the right frame of mind, the right wage, age, and everything where they responsible for signing is going through, sign that person. That's what we need. Our familiar setting, so Arteta going to talk about what he like most about Trossard. So Baba talk say, I see a player willing to make things happen. See the guy they compose in the final third. That's one of the things we making like the guy. Even the guy agent self come outside and talk say, Arsenal is getting a player who is at his peak. You get if this guy can play at this level for the next 4 years, play till he gets to 32. Let me give you an example. Look at Inzaghi, look at Benzema, look at Ibrahimovic, look at Cristiano Ronaldo. They call different names. They make comparisons. Say this guy perform very well at a very small club like Brighton. What do you think will happen when he plays for a club like Arsenal, who creates chances after chances after chances, begging to be converted? What do you think will happen? So this guy will thrive. Even Ramsey said, don't talk and say Trossard is coming to Arsenal not to stay on the bench, but come here to challenge the status quo. You come here and make sure say Martinelli go sit upright. God has this Martinelli go be stingy. If you don't do any, I will see any. Trossard go enter and bench you. Everybody go shock. See Tierney now. Who would have believed that sometime in the future, somebody like Kylian Tierney will be languishing on the bench, and the media will be saying he's begging to leave? That sooner, the guy will be begging to find his spare route. Who would have believed that? That shows we have quality in our ranks. Yet, so it is what it is. So, like I always say, there are no sacred cows at Arsenal. If that Trossard will take us to the promised land, make Martinelli go sit down on the bench. I know be a respecter of anybody, and I believe Arteta also is no respecter of anybody. So anybody will take us where they go, and that person will go use. At the same time, they're going to ask Pep Guardiola about Arteta touchline antics. So they're going to ask and say, what do you think about all these people they talk say Arteta they overdo am? You get, even though you yourself, I know say you dey stay for touchline, they do your own level. But what do you think about those who they talk about Arteta? So Baba come dey talk say, from his experience, he don't know say that because Arteta dey for the top, so people they look for different ways to pull him down. They don't say their own team, don't people pull the guy down. The guy they flourish, the guy they enjoy himself, so they try to pull him down. Not jealousy. Baba say na jealousy. That is why all these people like Richard Keys, Gary Neville, and some other people wey dey talk down about Arteta. Say na Arteta be the first person to do touchline antics. Mourinho no dey do am. Sir Alex gone, dey do Conte, dey argue with referee. Even Pep Guardiola sef, you don carry ball, kick ball, you touch person. Like many things happen for touchline, but na only Arteta own na dem dey see. Say na jealousy na dey cause that one, and make Arteta no reason dem, make you face your own. And he come dey talk say one day na no don't be surprised, you go see say him with Arteta, that's Pep and Arteta, they'll come dey argue for the touchline, because forget say maybe two of them get good relationship, but they are rivals in talker. So Arteta want to beat me and I want to beat him. We are rivals. We are fighting for the same thing. I want to win for my team. He wants to win for this team. So one day we will have battle of words, but it won't change the respect I have for him as my number 2 for 3 years. So to change all of that. So my dear football lovers, if you know what yesterday, you should check the top left corner of your screen. You will see the thumbnail. Click and so that you get all Arsenal updates as they drop all over the world. So CHUKS signing out. Enjoy the rest of your day. And get out.